Everyone wants a chameleon that lives a long, happy, healthy life. But what are some of the signs of an unhappy chameleon? Today I'm going to be going over 4 signs of an unhappy chameleon, so without further ado, let's get into the video. The first one I want to talk about are closed eyes. Closed eyes during the daytime are never a good thing. Now, if they're at nighttime sleeping, that's totally expected. They do close their eyes in order to sleep, so that's fine, love that. But chameleons do not take naps. Closed eyes during the daytime are going to be a sign of stress, sickness, and ultimately will be an unhappy chameleon. If you see your chameleon close their eyes, then you'll first want to make sure that they have lots of coverage, places to hide to feel safe and secure inside their enclosure. If they feel exposed, then they're going to start feeling stressed and therefore close their eyes. Could also be a sign of sickness. Has your chameleon been tested for a parasite? Did you buy them from a chain store somewhere like Petco, PetSmart, that maybe doesn't have the most healthy of chameleons? We want to make sure that they're first healthy internally, so that their bodies aren't shutting down. Additionally, if you're handling your chameleon and they're closing their eyes, this sometimes can be interpreted as adorable. It's cute, they're taking a nap. How cute is that? Not cute, it's actually them shutting down. Chameleons don't take naps, so if they're falling asleep on you, that's a sign of stress and a sign that you need to put your chameleon back in their enclosure. I'd also avoid handling your chameleon in the evening time where it's getting close to the bedtime, because we don't want them to fall asleep on us. So all those things could be reasons why your chameleon is closing their eyes. The second sign that your chameleon is unhappy are their colors. Are they showing stress colors? Are they turning a dark color? Now, chameleons change color for a variety of reasons. They typically change colors in order to communicate. This could be due to mood, temperature, but also stress. So if your chameleon is turning a darker color and they're not under in their basking area, that could be stress. If they're under their basking area, could be temperature. But we need to pay attention to all the different environmental factors. Are they new? Are they still getting acclimated? It takes about 2 weeks for your chameleon to get settled into their new home. Do they have places to hide and feel safe? If your chameleon is in their enclosure, you should have a hard time being able to find them. You should be able to sit across the room and be like, I don't know where they are. That's a great sign. That means they have lots of coverage and places to hide. In my enclosures, I try to have close to 15 plants. So, or I guess 12 to 15 plants. Think of it 4 in the bottom, 4 in the middle, 4 at the top, and a couple in between, right? That's usually a good amount of plants to make sure they have lots of places to hide. Did you just eat a bug? How cool is that? You obviously can see him. Another time that a chameleon will turn their stress colors or dark colors is if we're handling them. We're taking them out of their enclosure, in and out of their enclosure, things like that. They can turn darker color. Sometimes when we take them out, they're a lighter color, sometimes they're a darker color. We just want to pay attention and be mindful that we're not doing anything to cause stress to our chameleons. Third sign that your chameleon is unhappy is a decreased appetite. Now, there's a multitude of reasons why a chameleon is going to eat less. It could be because they're getting older. Older chameleons eat less than baby chameleons. Totally normal. It could be because they're getting bored of the bugs that you're feeding, so we need to give them more variety. It could be because the bugs you're giving them don't move around much. But it also could be a sign of stress, sickness, and ultimately an unhappy chameleon. So this is super important that you're making sure that your care is on point. If you haven't already, please check out my care guide videos, making sure you're using the proper UVB, proper supplements. All these things could be attributing to their decreased appetite, along with those parasites that I had mentioned earlier. So please pay attention to your chameleon's behavior and be on the lookout, because this could be a sign of something bigger going on. The fourth and final thing I want to talk about of a sign that is an unhappy chameleon is if they're trying to come out all the time. Now, this could be interpreted as a chameleon that's super friendly, that's super social, that wants to hang out with you. And in some instances, that could be the case. But in other instances, this could be a sign of stress, sickness, and ultimately an enclosure that's not set up properly for a chameleon. And as a result, they're like, get me out of here. This is something I commonly see for people who have new chameleons, who may not have an enclosure that has enough coverage. They may have improper humidity because they're using a small glass enclosure. It could be a short enclosure, not very tall, so that the heat bulb is really concentrated, the UVB is really concentrated, and it's just this hot, humid environment with maybe just a couple of branches and a plant or two. So remember, for most chameleon species, we're using a 2-foot by 4-foot tall enclosure, linear UVB, a nice temperature gradient, and of course, tons of plants and branches for them to climb and feel safe. So if you have a chameleon that's pawing and trying to come out all the time, please make sure that you're doing your research and double checking that your care is on point. And if you're confident that your care is where it needs to be, fantastic. Then maybe you do have a chameleon that's a little bit more social. And if you're wanting one-on-one help with me, because I know it's a lot to learn about chameleons, you're always welcome to book a video call with me. You can do that on my website, neptunethechameleon.com. Just go on there, pick a time that works for you, and I'd be happy to chat and answer your questions. So you guys have it. There are 4 signs of an unhappy chameleon, either due to stress, sickness, or maybe a little bit of both. I hope this helps you learn a little bit more about chameleon behavior and know what to look out for so you can make sure that your chameleon lives a long, happy, healthy life. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave any questions or comments down below. Feel free to subscribe so you don't post a new video. You can follow me and all my commands on social media at Neptune the Chameleon. Check out my website, neptunethechameleon.com. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! If you're seeing your chameleon, close their eyes. Your chameleon is bloopers.